In the previous lessons, we have created and customizing an account group. Then we use Fiori and also use the classical graphical user interface to create accounts, master records of accounts. But then what is interesting now is to run an app in Fiori, which is like an information system report. That, of course, the purpose will be just to show that these master records were created correctly, and we can explore them further. So, well, the app, it's called manage chart of accounts. Manage chart of accounts. So let's just click on this one. And as you can see, at first we have all the data about the financial statement versions that we have in this server. But actually, we want to have a look using the chart of account. So view. So let's just click on chart of accounts here in like the second tab. And well, we have a list of multiple chart of accounts actually. But if you remember, we have been using the one with the ID YCOA. So this is the one that we need right now just to explore a bit further the data. So let's click on that one. And well, the system will read all the data, so all the accounts that have been created for this particular chart of accounts. What's interesting to notice is that at first we are in the chart of account view, so all these accounts are just the accounts that have been created for the chart of accounts, regardless of the company codes in which we are using them. Which we have created the data for that particular chart company code, sorry. But actually, that's the point. We want to restrict this app to only show that, so that it will only show the accounts that we have created for our company code. So for this, let's just click on company code view. As you can see, well, all the screen is reset. We have no items available as of now, but we have this new field that we can use, just the company code field, to enter the ID of the company code we want to check. So let's just use this, select our company code. But of course, what's important is, again, at first we have all the accounts that have been assigned and that we can now post and use in this company code. But what's interesting is that we want to restrict even further so that the system will only show the accounts that we created in the past few lectures. So for this, let's use the search field. We'll just type set. But this is the starting digits for our accounts. But we will also use a wildcard, and it's going to be the star, or we also call it sometimes the asterisk. So as you know, a wildcard, it is just like something that the system can use to take different values, like replace all the ending, for example, and just showing all the possible combinations. So that is exactly what we want right now. We want, with this, we're saying, show me all the accounts that start with double set, the last letter of the alphabet, and regardless of how they end, what's the next digits. So let's actually, this is probably better just to see this in action. So let's just click here, search, the search icon. And as you can see, we will have the three accounts we created in some of the previous lessons. So we have the executive car rental, the accommodation, and even the test, of course. And what's interesting, and just a common feature of Fiori Apps, is that we can navigate from this particular app to another app if we want to further explore the data. So that just means, for example, we can click here, the ID of the first account, and well, we will have this list with the company codes. But what's most important is here, this is the hyperlink to connect to another app, to start another app, and it's just manage GL account master data app. But actually, I like to say connect, because it's not only that it will open the other app and that's it. No, it's actually a connection, because the data will flow. So this, in particular here, the data, the ID of the general ledger account. So it's not that the app opens and we need to type again the data, for example, the ID of the general ledger account. No, that is not the case. Actually, as you can see, the data flows automatically, and actually also the app is started automatically. So this is a common screen. I mean common because we seen this a bit in the past few lectures. Actually, this is just the screen we used to create like the app. This right now it's in display mode, but we could come all the way to the top and click edit, and of course we could just change some of the values. What's important is we have all the data. We have, I mean, of course, the chart of accounts, the account type, definitely the account group that we created, the executive expenses account group. We have, well, the data, the user, for example, and of course the short description, long description, the group account number. And well, we can just scroll down to get to the additional data. I mean, for example, here we have the translation into maybe other languages. Right now we don't have another language, but we could add new translations there. Or, well, if we keep scrolling, we have the company code data. And here we have just one line because this account, as of today, it has only been, we have only created the company code section for the SETI company code, but we could create later for some other company codes that use this chart of accounts YCOA. And of course, here inside we have all the data, for example, the tax category, the currency, of course, even the sort field, the field status group. I mean, everything that has to do with just the company code data. We could explore it here with this hyperlink, but well, you have seen that in the previous lessons. So just another thing just to quickly mention is about the controlling data. As you can see here, we have one line because again this has an impact in controlling, so we need to classify this correctly using the cost element category. So we've done that when we created the account in the past few lectures. So now we see all this data available for us. That is of course important. Also, sometimes you don't create one of the accounts, but you want to explore a bit further all the accounts, so you can use these kind of apps for this. And actually, we can let's go back once again. We can also check the financial statement versions. So these versions we can create as many as needed, and of course it's just a way to show the data, especially in like the financial statements. We can create the structure for the financial statements. So let's just click on the first one, which is one of the standard that we have in this system, just to show all the financial statements, all the data. But actually what we want to show is we want to just analyze if the accounts that we created are being shown or will be shown in this particular financial statement version. But first, let's just discuss a bit, and let me just expand here. Let's just discuss a bit what we are seeing here. As you can see, we have just the sections of the financial statements. For example, first the assets, then subscriptions to capital stock, maybe intangibles. This is just like a path. We can just keep expanding the path. And the last level is only accounts, so we can just continue expansion here. And as you can see, well, as part of our intangibles, we have this account 1601500. So well, this is how just a financial statement version looks like. But now we just want to double check if our accounts, the ones that we created, will be shown here or not. So for this, let's again use the search field. We'll just type set and the wildcard, the asterisk, and let's click search. So well, as you can see, this is truly something really interesting, right? Because we have them, we have our accounts. They will be shown when we just show the financial statements using this financial statement version, but they will be shown as of right now, as of today. They will be shown in a special section that is just called accounts not assigned. That is just because we created the accounts, but we did not classify them correctly, at least not in this financial statement version. So the system is just saying, okay, I will show the values, I will show the data, but I will show it in a special section just called account not assigned. It's not part of the assets or the liabilities or I don't know, even other sections that we have. It's just a part, these three accounts is just part of they are, sorry, part of just the accounts not assigned section. So, well, of course, something that we need to do later is just to modify this particular, for example, financial statement version and just classify them correctly in the node in which they belong. But well, right now that's pretty much for this. So let's just go back. And with this we finish the lesson. But of course, we want just to thank you all as always.